congratulations. It is such a powerful season, I think, this time round. I mean, it's always a great season. But I want to start with you, Freya, because I find Ciri's journey with the rats so interesting because they declare no masters. And as someone who has been like maneuvered by all different powers, how important is it meeting these like band of rebels for her?
So important. Yeah, that's actually a really smart thing to have picked up on. Her whole life she's had expectations and so much responsibility put on her shoulders, and everyone wants something from her all the time. And I think it's almost like an opportunity, this group, for her to actually for once maybe get a sense of freedom, you know, and they don't know who she is, and she can be Falca and kind of be this who maybe she's trying to see if she can be who she really is without that, and what is that, you know? And that's the journey she's on, which I think is so exciting.
Absolutely, and it's interesting you bring up Falca because she's such an interesting presence in the previous season and in the books, and it feels like a queen that's charged by her own like power and destiny. And how has Falca's influence affected Ciri in this season?
The way I saw it was, I think there was a part of Ciri that after she killed someone for the first time, which really means, you know, a lot to her in terms of, I think she's always been so concerned with, it's the first person she's killed intentionally, I guess. Yeah. It's she's always been so fearful that she's a monster herself. And I think after doing that, she kind of feels like, with everything else that she's gone through, of the fear of abandonment, that Geralt and Yennefer won't find her and look for her anymore, I think she just decides that she's going to lean into that brutality that Falca kind of encompassed, and so that's the name that feels fitting for her, because, you know, there was that violence is what she associates to that, and I think she is now on a path of throwing that brutality back at the world.
Amazing, and it's incredibly done as well. And Anya, the Yennefer's journey, she's taken a sort of leadership role in this season to lead an army against Vilgefortz. And I was wondering if we could touch upon that and how she's coping with the loss of Tissaia and assuming this leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, the loss of Tissaia is huge, but not as big as Ciri is, I think, in her life now. So that's all, I mean, with Ciri missing, that's all she can focus on. And it's interesting that, you know, the idea of leadership this season, because she's so often wanted to be a leader for very different reasons. You know, she's wanted to be seen and understood, respected, have that platform, and everything that comes with it, but she hasn't kind of known herself enough to be able to kind of offer herself in the way she's able to now, quite authentically, because of the information she has, the connection she has to Ciri, what she's lived through. She's kind of challenged every expectation her whole life, and that's something that she can offer to the women of the lodge as well, people who have been put in a box and have been on their own journey. But yeah, I feel like Yennefer's the one to really bring kind of the strength of every character out of themselves just by being. So I think taking on that position this season is the right time.
Yeah, amazing. Well, it's incredibly done. That's all I have time for, unfortunately. But good luck with the rest of the series. It's incredible, and I'm so addicted to this show. So
thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!